I'd love to work there, Alan whispered, but I never do well at interviews. Just be confident, said Alan's mom. Alan rang the bell outside the tall office building. The sign above the bell said Super Software Ltd. Inside the building, Tanya, the company owner, heard the bell. She rubbed her forehead. Alan was the 12th and final candidate. All the other candidates had answered her questions perfectly. Any of them would be a good junior software developer, but she couldn't tell Alan to go away. She had to interview him as well. Tanya read Alan's CV while she walked to the front door. He had studied at the best school in the country, and all his grades were excellent. People like that think they're better than everyone else, she thought, and they're always too confident. Overconfident people make mistakes. Then she had an idea. All right, Alan, she thought, if you're so clever, I'll make the questions more difficult. The door opened, and Alan shook hands with Tanya. He followed her into a meeting room, and they sat down. After some small talk, Tanya said, "Let's talk about your experience." Alan felt nervous. He didn't have a lot of experience. But then he remembered his mom's advice. Be confident. So he sat up straight and said, "I have a lot of relevant experience." "Great. Tell me about a time when you accidentally deleted everyone else's files. Why did you do it?" "I've never done that. I would never cause that kind of problem." "You sound very confident about that," said Tanya. "I am." Tanya wrote a note. Thinks he never makes mistakes. "Next, let's think about a difficult situation." "No problem," said Alan with a smile. "Imagine that our software has completely stopped working. Would you panic?" Without hesitating, Alan responded, "Absolutely not. I would arrange a meeting. In this situation, all our computers have stopped working as well. Now would you panic?"
Absolutely not. I would arrange a meeting. The problem occurred at midnight. I would come to the office, and you can't get into the office. We've lost the key. The office is on fire. Well, in that case, I'd stay calm, and we've discussed this situation enough, Tanya interrupted. She made another note. Doesn't take problems seriously. 30 minutes later, both Alan and Tanya felt exhausted. "I'm sorry, Alan," said Tanya. "You're not the kind of person I'm looking for. Thank you for your time." Alan looked down. "Thank you for the opportunity," he whispered. Outside the building, Alan called his mom. "I didn't get the job," he said. "I think I was too confident." "I'm sorry I gave you bad advice," his mom said. "It's okay," Alan said. "You were only trying to help, but I should have been honest. I am not very confident. I don't have a lot of experience, but I do learn quickly. I do work hard, and I did want the job. Never mind. At least I don't have to work with Tanya." Alan put the phone down, turned around, and saw that Tanya was standing just behind him. She was leaving the office to go home. Alan walked away quickly. "Alan!" Tanya shouted. She ran towards him. "I have one more question." Okay," Alan mumbled. "Tell me about a time when you went to an interview at Super Software Ltd. Alan laughed. "I pretended to be someone that I'm not. It didn't go well." Tanya held out her hand. "You admitted that you made a mistake. So can I."
"Don't forget your warm clothes," says Louisa to her children. "I'm packing mine now." She takes her backpack upstairs. She looks at her notebook. It says, "Camping trip" at the top of a long list. She packs 2 pairs of gloves, 2 scarves, 2 coats, 5 shirts, and 10 pairs of socks. "It's only 3 days," says her husband. "Just in case," she explains. They go to the kitchen. "Don't forget to bring enough food," she tells her husband. He packs cereal bars, peanut butter sandwiches, cheese, and fruit. Louisa opens the cupboard. She takes out 4 cans of beans, 5 cans of tuna, and 8 cans of tomatoes. Then she gets 3 packets of pasta. She puts it all in her backpack. Her husband looks surprised. "We need healthy meals," Louisa explains, "but you can't cook them." Louisa picks up a box and opens it.
It's a new camping stove. She puts it in her backpack. Now her backpack is full. Don't forget to bring the gas, she tells her husband. She points to the other boxes. Louisa puts her backpack on her back. Maybe that's too heavy, dear? Louisa's face is red. It's fine, she says. She coughs. They put everything in the car. Their children get in the back. Louisa sits behind the wheel. Her husband turns on the GPS. They drive for 8 hours. It's tiring, but the countryside is beautiful. At 6 o'clock, they park the car in the middle of a large field. The sun is setting. I'm cold, says their daughter. Louisa gets the warm coat from her daughter's backpack. I'm hungry, says her son. They set up the camping table and chairs. Louisa puts the stove on the table. Did you remember the gas? She asks her husband. Of course, he says. He gives her a box. She opens it. She takes out the gas canister, connects it. The stove lights. She puts a pot on top. She takes out 4 cans and puts them on the table. But you can't open these cans with your hand, says Louisa's husband. Did you remember? Of course, says Louisa. She takes a can opener out of her backpack. She opens the cans. 20 minutes later, they all enjoy the hot meal. Afterwards, they all thank Louisa for cooking. She says, It's almost dark now. Let's set up the tent. Her husband is looking in the car. Where's the tent? He says. Christopher picked up the gift. His daughter watched him. He opened the box. Inside, there was a mug. He took it out. There was a picture of a strange animal on the mug. Happy birthday, said his daughter. What is it? Christopher asked. His daughter stopped smiling. It's an axolotl, Christopher's wife whispered. She chose it. You don't like it, said their daughter. She ran into the other room. Christopher followed her. She looked at him. She was 5 years old. Her eyes were very big and her face was full of emotion. I love it, he said. Thank you. You don't. I do. I was surprised. How did you know? Axolotls are my favorite animal. Are they? Christopher's wife came in. I didn't know that. Well, it's true. I love axolotls. They're so unusual. Do you like them? His daughter nodded. I like their funny faces. I like your funny face, she giggled. The next year, Christopher opened his gift. It was a plate with a picture of an axolotl. Another axolotl? He said. It's your favorite animal. His daughter looked at him. It is, he said. Thank you, sweetheart. From then on, every year, all of Christopher's gifts were related to axolotls. He received ornaments, books, t-shirts, hats, socks, underpants, and more. Everywhere he looked, he saw an axolotl. On his 60th birthday, Christopher's daughter gave him an envelope. He opened it. Tickets for me and you to visit the aquarium? She asked. You've never seen a real axolotl, said his daughter. How thoughtful, said Christopher's wife. Christopher and his daughter had a wonderful day at the aquarium. She loved seeing all the different kinds of axolotls. Some were pink, others were golden, others were brown and green. If they lose a limb, his daughter explained, it grows back. Of course, you know that already. Obviously, said Christopher. You do really like axolotls, Dad? Of course. What's your favorite thing about them? Christopher thought about it. They've got amazing abilities, he said. Because of them, a 60-year-old Nan spent a whole day with his busy 30-year-old daughter. I love axolotls.